Disabler Slowbro does it all today, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's gonna be crazy. So we, of course, playing a Slowpoke right now. Gonna go top lane. I do enjoy going top lane, especially when I'm playing with an ally that I'm like talking to on comms, Discord, whatever. And so the main thing about that is just that we know that we can rotate, right? But we don't know if the allies are gonna rotate if we leave it up to them. Am I right? So the point being, that's what I wait for. This Corphish right here would have been nice to get. I needed the Alolan Vulpix's help right there, because you saw that it went into the grass. Probably not really going to be one that I'm going to win versus a Slowpoke and a Pikachu all by myself, you know, just as a Slowpoke. My targeting is okay with Water Gun, so I did have that ability, but while that farming is very, very important, I definitely needed that experience and everything. This Alolan Ninetales actually probably should not be taking that jungle farm right there, so that was kind of a little bit whack. I was going down to see, like, what are they doing? Thinking they were in some kind of trouble, but no. Luckily, I timed this out pretty well. Again, it would be good to have the Alolan Vulpix's help so I could just be back in time for those bees to show up. We could hit the Combees, Vespiquen, and whatnot. So instead, I had to solo that and then head over to this, and so we're going to Water Gun into the fray, and obviously we now have our Ghastly's help. It was kind of funny because I can remember while I was playing this, I was like, wait, that Ghastly's an enemy. You know, like I sort of mistook it for a foe. Sometimes I'm crazy like that. Things like that are going to happen. I'm a dad. I have a job outside of like 3 YouTube channels. I don't know, like I can't keep up with my own life. Anyway, luckily we're Slowbro. It happens pretty quickly, of course. Slowpoke gonna evolve at level 4. This time we can at least have a fair run at the Corphish, although we're getting way caught up in just basically rocking a hard place, right? I mean, it's a Pikachu and a Slowbro place because Slowbro is down below me and Pikachu up above me, making it a little bit difficult to actually secure that Corphish. I probably should have just targeted it instead, was trying to keep everything off, you know, all these times kind of hoping that I'm like getting a good synergy and vibes with the Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Ninetales in this case now. That was really not the case though, because I was just never really getting that synergy. And I understand sometimes that's hard to get when you're not actually physically talking to the person and whatnot, and so certainly can give that a little bit of a pass, or at least an understanding if not a pass. And so we are going to collect a little bit more farm right here, which is good. I do, you know, most of the characters that I play, like Blastoise and Gardevoir, at least those are my 2 mains, I would say. Slowbro kind of like a third, like off main maybe. But anyway, the point with those characters is that you often have to wait until like level 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, before these kind of big things happen. Slowbro is mostly where we want him to be. Obviously having Telekinesis is going to round everything out, and then my Unite move obviously. But like, hey, I've already evolved, I got Surf, so that's good for me. I'm going to go ahead and drop in these points right here. It's only 19, but hey, early on, very nice. We do need to rotate for the Dreadnought though, and so that was one thing I was mentioning at the beginning of this match, and actually I probably didn't do as well this time because I probably should have started rotating a little bit sooner, and it's okay. You know, if you get it, then it's fine, right? If you get the Dreadnought is what I'm talking about, then it's fine. But obviously we had no guarantee we're gonna get this Dreadnought, but we're gonna try. And so as Slowbro, I'm gonna consider it the same as Blastoise. Really, if you are a defender, I mean, that's your job, is to really, I'm gonna target the people rather than the Dreadnought itself. You know, we've got a Haunter whittling it down. If anybody else can whittle it down, that's great, but my main focus will be targeting the opposing players first, the actual human-controlled players. With, you know, Telekinesis now, I will be able to be that full Disabler Slowbro, and of course, waiting for the Unite move, that'll be really the full, I guess. We're gonna Surf, that's obviously good for a momentary stun, momentary setback, but if I can go ahead and just try to get some people caught up in Telekinesis, whatever I can do to just get them off of this Dreadnought, you know, and it's kind of interesting because both teams are sort of focusing on each other rather than the Dread, and that's okay. That's sometimes what you want to do. It's just, can we strike a balance? Can somebody be hitting that Dreadnought and whittling it away, you know, like that Haunter was earlier, for example? That's why we brought it down below half health. It is just very dangerous. You can see right now the Crustle is in there, gonna try to steal it from us. Can they do it? They actually get KO'd, and it looks like, of course, Eldegoss gonna save the day right there, not only with that KO, but also gonna get that Dreadnought for us, that final hit on it at least. That was good. I mean, it was a team effort, let's be real. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit their Eldegoss a little bit. It's gonna go down. Interesting username, FUP. F-U-P. Is that Foop? Anyway, was getting ready to score, but we obviously see Blastoise is here. I don't have Score Shield. And in my mind, at least with most plays in Pokemon Unite, I'm always thinking about how can I help and how can I support my teammates. That was very interesting because the Blastoise obviously pulled off its Unite move, but if you saw that, I totally got my score right as that Unite move was firing off, and so we were actually able to dodge it with kind of good precision. I mean, it was unfortunately, to me, I can't take all the credit for it or whatever, but I guess I can't say that I deliberately did it, it just sort of happened that way. Pikachu is going to pull a Unite on us and try to chase us down, but I mean, hey, I'm Slowbro, dude. All I need is a berry and I'm back in this, man. And so this is going okay. It looks like we're going to have the upper leg on Pikachu too, so it's going down. Boom! Thank you, Eldegoss, man. It's the murder goss right now, you guys. And so here, I think we can get another score in, but no, Eldegoss is going to break it, which actually is how it should have gone. That Eldegoss had a full XL, which is 40. It's just my term for it. And I've got my Unite ready. Noticing that Crustal's over there, and it is going to score, so unfortunately we aren't going to be able to thwart that little endeavor right there by the Crustal. It's okay. We're not going to, lose our goal right now. I did not want to telekinesis that, but that's okay. I mean, if we get the Vespiquen, maybe we can hold it from them. That's one thought. I'm going to go ahead and Unite. This is getting a little bit crazy. Blastoise already pulling off his Unite move too. Going to try to chase me down a little bit, but no, it looks like we are going to lose that goal. You might say that I abandoned the Eldegoss a little bit. I was actually in a lot of danger. I mean, when you kind of know, and you can make a mistake. So this is a little bit, be careful with what I'm about to say, but when you know that like you're both going to get KO'd, it is okay for me to run in that example. We were outnumbered. It was 3-2. Aside from that, imagine if they had gotten 2 KOs rather than just KOing our Eldegoss right now, and I really am not in a great shape to I don't want to die right now. I wanted to level up and still be at kind of a decent level with my teammates, with the rest of them, and so I'm trying to stop them from getting the Dreadnought. It's not looking good, man, but then Cramorant comes in as a hero now. First we had Eldegoss, now Crammy coming in and taking that last little hit, stealing that Dreadnought from right underneath Orange Squad's noses. Absolutely incredible, you guys. Wonderful play, because that was not looking good at first, and then Cramorant came in the nick of time, dude. It was great. It was great. Very, very good job. And well executed. If we can get that player's name, we need to. Much love to that Cramorant. So anyway, now just kind of in that 2 minutes, 50 seconds of the this is the last part of the game somewhat. We still have the Zapdos to come, so, we are in that late game, but it's more the earlier stages of late game, you could say. And so with that, obviously becomes, hey, we need to farm a little bit, but also, in this case, Rotom is still up, so we're going to try and stop them from getting Rotom, right? That would be great. If we can get the Rotom, perfect. If we can't, hey, that sucks, but we need to try to prevent it from getting to our goals. It's, a pretty close matchup just when you look. Judging by the mini-map, you can see that we both have our back goals, and obviously our last goal, obviously the main goal. And so, yes, we're going to get that KO on Slowbro, dude. I was wondering about that just because this was, recorded. I guess this match came from September 9th, so it's not super long ago, but I'm recording over this in a post-commentary sense, and so after the match was recorded and everything, we can now talk about it. The good news of that is I have the hindsight of being able to see, okay, yeah, I made a mistake right there, or my allies made a mistake, or maybe the other team, and we can analyze those, and I don't ever try to just hide those, you know what I mean? It's okay that you guys know that I make mistakes, I'm human, and I'm definitely not one of the top Unite players or anything like that. I would never purport to be, but definitely been learning a lot, man, and so we are in quite a crazy mix here. It's one of those situations where I've got my Unite locked and loaded. We're gonna go ahead and use it against that Pikachu because it was chasing me down, man. It was not looking great for me. I was taking a lot of damage from just everybody, but pulling off that Unite was actually the right move in this respect. It's not gonna give it to me for the Zapdos, so that kind of makes it iffy. You're hey, was that really the right thing? And the goal got broken in front of me. I did have a 50 and was not able to catch just now. Did my other allies have a 50? If not, they really could have let me have it. I will say though, when you're not on communications with anybody, when you're not talking to them, it is very hard to coordinate that, and so they probably didn't want to wait for me to sit there and be hey, no, you guys let me score. It would have been instant though. We had the Rotom on it, so it's we did have kind of that all circumstances were set for me to really just drop that in, and again, if I had the 50 but nobody else did, it really should have been me. I'm still going to look to score right now, but the thing that's important to me is that I'm going to let all my allies get through. I'm a defender. I'm going to put my bulk on the line. I'm going to put my body on the line, I guess, and luckily they are all going into that last goal to score over there on the main one, and so I'm going to score on this final goal that was open right now, and so we can do that, and then we'll just return to base, so when we TP back, we can just super jump right here to this bottom lane and basically play defense. It's only just a few more seconds left, so really not looking good if you're on the Orange Squad, but man, my team looking great. I don't know how I missed that telekinesis right there, but you saw basically this game was all about Disabler Slowbro, playing it that way, playing it as a support defender, but we certainly had our moments of offense and scoring and whatnot, so just kind of a good all-round Slowbro as well, but really focused on that disabling. There were just a few of those plays where we disabled them when the other team really could have been making something happen, to be honest, and man. So I don't know what's up with our Gengar player, man, getting 0 right there. I mean, usually you see a Gengar pulling off a lot more than that. Alolan, Ninetales, and I didn't vibe a whole lot. Probably should have commended Eldegoss, I guess, but anyway. When you look at the review, you know, we were ahead for quite a bit of the match. It was still close, so like it could have been anybody's game, especially there in middle, and obviously we wanted to stop them from getting Zapdos, whether that meant we got Zapdos or we just stopped them, and so luckily we got it. I was able to put some points on the board with that. Incredible. If you're new around here, I appreciate the subscribe, or just check out another video, and thanks for viewing.